This is Salt Lake City. Hey guys, we bring it back all the way to where I started. One of the very first videos I filmed here on this channel was in this exact location, and here we are roughly 4 years later, almost 4.5, filming the same exact video, but updated with new information. Today I'm going to be talking to you about why people love living here in Utah and why people continue to move here. With over 3.5 million people in the state of Utah now, it has become one of the best places to move in the 2020s. We're seeing lots of people move here, and we're going to talk about exactly why. How do people handle the ups and downs of the weather? How do they handle the economy? What jobs are here? Why are people moving here? And why does it make it such a desirable place to be here? We're going to talk about all that and more here on this video, so stay tuned. So as I mentioned, the economy that we have here has been booming over the last couple of years. There's been a huge increase in the number of healthcare jobs as well as tech jobs here in Utah. Now with that comes a lot of other jobs in the surrounding areas as well. When you have those higher paying jobs, especially in the downtown area or in Silicon Slopes or near the University of Utah, you get more and more people who move into the area to support those types of businesses, right? We're talking about tourism businesses, we're talking about hospitality. Lots of those other businesses come in and support the local economy. Now, as you probably know, Utah was the original corporate headquarters of the LDS Church. The LDS pioneers, they came out here and they decided this is the place where we're going to settle down and build our culture and our religion. So yes, that does have a huge impact on the city and the culture that you've got here. But over the last, 15, 20, maybe even 50 years or so, it's become incredibly diverse. We're starting to see a lot of diversity, especially in the downtown area, where that's actually no longer the case. If you go out into the suburbs, that's still going to have a big impact on you with the culture. But regardless of why people are coming here, one thing you have to know is that it's not going to be for everybody. We've had tons of people move here who either really appreciate the culture that we've got here, or maybe they don't, right? It's just a little bit different. You have to really come out here and experience it for yourself. Get out here, have a trip, and experience what it's actually like to live here. I mean, take a look at some of these views here behind me. We're just down the street from the Capitol building. And man, what a beautiful city. You've got the Wasatch Mountains off here in the distance. It is just absolutely gorgeous. I love coming downtown to just see what it's like. I would never want to live here personally, but I just love coming down here to see the big buildings. I'm a kind of a city guy. I like seeing the big buildings, the skyscrapers, and just seeing the skyline across, the entire valley from right here. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And with so many people moving here, there's a lot of things you have to know, right? Let's talk about weather really quick. The weather here can be a little bit unpredictable. It can be very warm. It can be very cold. For instance, I'm filming this here just a couple of days before Christmas, and right now it's pretty nice. I'm walking outside. We have had very little snow over the last couple of weeks. In fact, so far this winter, it's been very dry. We've had very little snow. It's very nice, right? It's about 45 degrees out here, and it's a great place to be. And in the summers, it's going to get really hot, right? Summers can get up to 100 degrees very easily in July and August. And then you've got the swing months of spring and fall, which are going to be just absolutely gorgeous, right? Sometimes those months are a little bit short by my count, but overall, definitely something that you should consider. When you're making a move here, can you handle the weather? The 4 seasons for most people is going to be a huge benefit. Now, one thing worth mentioning is that with so many people coming into the state, yes, it has gotten very expensive. Just like most of the country, other big cities have also gotten expensive. Salt Lake and the surrounding suburb and metro area is no different, right? We've seen an increase in the number of people moving here, and that has pushed housing and rent prices up, right? If you're looking to buy a house right now, the median price is about $500,000 across the valley. Now, you can find some homes that are going to be cheaper than that. You can find others that'll be more expensive. So it just depends on what you're looking for. But yes, it has gotten expensive. The city's trying to make a better effort to make more affordable housing, but there's still a long way to go. On the flip side of that, there's also a lot of housing options, especially if you're looking in the 600 to 800 to $1 million plus. There's a lot of options out there, and you can get an absolutely phenomenal home right up against the mountainside that will be absolutely gorgeous with amazing views. Now, one thing worth mentioning is that so far we've been able to escape a lot of the crime here in Utah that a lot of other states have seen. We still have, crime here. No area is going to be perfect, but fortunately, Utah has been able to escape a lot of that. We are definitely below average when it comes to crime numbers across the state. Yes, you will find areas where they're going to be a little bit rougher, that are going to have higher numbers, but for the most part, Utah does rank pretty good on that. Also, other things worth noting is that if you're in the downtown market versus the suburbs, the schools are going to be different in both of these areas, right? Typically, crime and schools are going to be worse in the big city. You kind of get that general consensus. That's how most major cities are. But as you get out into the suburbs where most people are living, you know, I'm actually filming this video downtown, but most people that I help that move here to the state are moving out to the suburbs where the schools are better, the crime is low, and it's just an overall great place to live. So if those things are not considered, not a consideration for you, if you're not worried about schools, or, you know, maybe you're sending your kid to a private school, then sure, you know, the downtown area could be a good fit for you. But if you're looking at moving to any of the surrounding areas and those things are important to you, then definitely make sure to reach out to me, call, text, or email anytime so we can have a chat about what type of home and lifestyle you're looking for when you do make that move here. My information is here on the screen. Call, text, or email anytime. I love hearing from you guys, and let's continue on. Now, we can't talk about moving to Utah without talking about the outdoor recreation that you get here in the state. A lot of people move here to the state because it is so easy to get outdoors, whether you want to go boating or you want to go skiing or you want to go hiking or rock climbing. You can literally do all of that within about a 30-minute drive. So getting outdoors and being able to experience these different hobbies is extremely easy here. And it's also a very popular thing, which brings a lot of people here to the state. And I think that's going to continue to happen into the future. People will continue to move here for those exact reasons. Now, of course, one thing we have to talk about is that no area is going to be perfect. You're never going to find an area that just has everything that you want. Unfortunately, one of the downsides we have to talk about here in Utah is the inversion that we get. We do have less than stellar air quality, and that's probably something that you've heard about. You've probably realized that, hey, Utah does suffer from some air quality concerns, and if you have any type of asthma or lung issues, then that's going to be something that you really want to consider when making a move here. You're going to want to do some research. You're going to want to watch some of my videos on that particular topic to get more information. Now, another thing that I have to mention when it comes to the downsides of living here is that we do have a little bit of a water issue. I don't know how big this issue is. For some people, it's going to be more of a concern than for others. But yeah, here in Utah, we do rely on the snow and the rain that we get throughout the year very heavily. And we are in a desert, right? We're in a mountain desert. So you do have to be a little bit conscious about the water that's being used for the grass, for your personal needs. And that's something that's really gets talked about a lot, and you have to consider. Overall, guys, I know that I absolutely love living here in Utah. Yes, sometimes for me, the winters can be a little bit dreary, but overall, I love it. It's a beautiful state. I think all around, whether it comes to taxes or the background or the culture of the state here, and just the type of people that you have and the outdoor recreation, when you add all those things up, it really makes for a very awesome place. So I know there's millions of other people that love it here as well. You might actually love it. If you're thinking about making a move here, please reach out to me, call, text, or email anytime. My information will be here on the screen. I love hearing from you guys. I've had hundreds of people relocate right here to the beautiful state and would love to help you next. So reach out to me. Thanks for watching.